never remembers birthdays, and the other who never forgets. Up to say a few words is sister of the bride, Heather Kerr. Heather's our family traveler. She spent a few years living in London, England, and has traveled all over the world. And she's now traded in that life for an exciting new life with husband Travis, as parents of 2 kids under the age of 2. So she's very busy.
I have him trained. All right, thanks, Henry. So on behalf of our family, I'd like to welcome all of you to today's wedding and thank all of you for making the journey today, especially, I know today was pretty hectic. For anyone who doesn't know me, and if you can't already tell from our matching red hair, my name is Heather and I'm Colleen's older, wiser sister. Growing up, we were pretty much 2 peas in a pod, often mistaken for one another. There were always a few ways you could tell us apart though. Colleen has different color eyes. She has longer, better hair. She has less freckles than I do. But probably the most notable difference is her attention deficit disorder. If you've ever spoken to Colleen, you know you have a 3-minute window to get your point across before she loses interest. So if I'm not talking fast enough, sis, bear with me. In all seriousness, it's a very happy day for us all to see my baby sister marry her best friend and partner, Shane. They first met in high school, then hung out in the same social circle. With such a tight-knit group of friends, everybody dated each other, except these 2 for some reason. Colleen tells me they shared a kiss once, but he never called her the next day. Back then, of course, you had to call the house line. No cell phones, no social media, and we all remember how nerve-wracking it was calling the house of the person you liked, especially with the risk of a parent answering. With each passing ring, the more tense you got from the anticipation. But hey, teenagers are awkward. I don't blame you, Shane, for not calling. Kathy Kerr on the phone, talking to people she didn't know, was like talking to Nurse Ratched. She was a battle act and didn't exactly have the friendliest phone demeanor back then. Colleen and I used to actually cringe from her sassiness. Eh? Colleen? She's not here. Then the poor kid would stammer and mumble things, and Mom would abruptly hang up on her. Anyway, after high school, they sort of drifted apart for a while. In 2001, Shane welcomed his beautiful daughter, Taylor, into the world, and Colleen gave birth to her daughter, Leah, in 2009. They reunited 4.5 years ago at one of his dear friends, Scott Mills' wedding in 2011. And from that night on, they were pretty much inseparable. But we knew Shane was different because of how happy Colleen was. And I know it's the most cliche thing in the world to say, but she was just over the moon and so in love. Shane treated her so well, and it was so apparent that he was it, the one. Probably one of the most endearing things about them as a couple is every now and then when the family is all together, I'll see them out of the corner of my eye just giggling privately to themselves. You can tell they have such a strong bond and really have fun together. So when your sister is Colleen Kerr, you can expect a lot of laughs and a lot of entertaining stories. Just to give you an idea of what it's like growing up with our beautiful bride. One year when we were in high school, my parents rented a cottage and Colleen and I each got to bring a friend for the week. And if you know us, we fight like cats and dogs. But then we make up 10 minutes later and act as if nothing has happened. It's pretty annoying to everybody else. So in true sister form, we fought for the beds we wanted. There was a cool loft that was private, and we both wanted it. So after screaming and yelling and crying in tears, Colleen ended up getting her way and got the cool loft beds for her and her friend Allison. I started to sulk and complain, but then the best thing ever happened. I watched as Colleen jumped on the bed, proudly staking her claim, and pulled back the covers in excitement, only to discover the bed was full of dead cockroaches. Yeah. She screamed in horror, and the look of panic and disgust on her face was the best revenge I could have ever hoped for. And after that, she begged for my bed and started pleading and pitching me deals. Who could blame her? No, I said. You want a cockroach bed? You get the cockroach bed. And so with that, I turned to my room, said goodnight, and yelled, "Don't let the bed bugs bite." Because I'm bitchy that way. And vindictive, too, according to Travis. Anyway, she seemed to have the strangest things happen to her. You never know what you're going to hear on the other end of the line when she calls you. Hands up if you ever answered a phone call from her, and the first thing that popped in her head was, what the shit? So here are some of the things I've heard over the years when I picked up the phone. I'm running late to work because a bird pooped on my head. Yeah. A psychic told me I have a career in canning preserves and gift baskets. Yeah. I just entered in a ribs cooking competition and won. I just entered in a chili competition and lost. This is pretty common. It's 10 p.m. and I just made pigs in a blanket from scratch because I had a craving. Leah swallowed a rock. Do I need to take her to the hospital? Asking me at the time, the non-mom, like I don't know. I've just left the hospital. I've torn my Achilles tendon 6 weeks before the wedding. And then I won $1,000 at bingo legally as a 17-year-old. And can I use your ID to legally claim my prize? Which, by the way, she then paid for a trip to Mexico with at 17. My mom was a bit nervous about that one. 2, I'm pregnant, and of course, I'm engaged. These stories just add to Colleen's charm. We all know she has the gift of the gab. She is her father's daughter, there's no mistaking that. We all see his spirit lives on through Colleen. She's his mini-me. And for that, I'm extremely grateful because you keep his memory alive. And it goes without saying, he'd be extremely proud of you, sis, and would tell you you've never looked more beautiful. It is true. But let's be honest, even though our dad isn't physically here with us today, we all know he's at the bar in spirit supervising the action right now. So this is a joyous occasion, so cheers, Dad, to your baby girl's wedding. Cheers. So Colleen, you're lucky to have found Shane, who is the most easygoing, caring, and respectful man. He is the yin to your yang. He is patient and deals with your attention deficit disorder and random late night snacking. He has a great relationship with his daughter and family. Is great with Leah, and I know my boys love their Uncle Shane. And then Shane, you're lucky to have found Colleen. She takes such good care of you and Taylor. She loves to host and make the holidays memorable for your family. She has your back and is your biggest fan. You're a perfect match for my sister, and I'm going to speak on behalf of the ladies and say you look very handsome tonight. Shane, we are proud to welcome you into our crazy family. I know with this many women it can be a lot to handle, but you'll handle our annoyingness with grace. I know a lot of patience is required on your part, or maybe it's booze, I don't really know. Actually, you can almost say that Shane was a bit like Raj from Big Bang Theory in the beginning of their relationship. He needed a few drinks to talk and keep up with his girl. Because we can be loud and obnoxious, and he was a wee bit shy. But as time went on, the shyness went away, and he didn't need the booze to survive anymore. And we got to know the real Shane. Chatty, smart, and he seriously rivals my sister in his storytelling abilities. He can have us all cracking up. Anyways, the point is, Shane, you found a place in our hearts and have become part of the family. So to you both, I am honored to stand by your side on your wedding day, and I'm very proud and happy for you guys. So please join me in raising our glasses and congratulate my sister and brother-in-law, Colleen and Shane Christie.